Welcome back to What's Not Sports. We are back from Melbourne. I know you haven't heard from me in over a week since before Origin, the Origin podcast. We did that Origin morning. It's now a week later, and I'm ready to hook into the podcast. We got a lot to catch up on. But let's just start. Melbourne. I was there for a week. It was incredible. Ticked off some bucket list items. Going to Origin at the G. That's a 2-1, I reckon. And then we went to Fed Square in Melbourne to watch the Socceroos. That experience was something I've never seen before. Very interesting. And then got to see the Raiders play in Melbourne against the Storm. I don't want to touch on that too much. It breaks my heart. But it was a fantastic trip. It had so much fun. And it was just a cool time. It was a very, very cool time. Why I think of it, why I look at the studio, it's coming along. I haven't done any reels, and I honestly do apologize for that. I just have not been on the ball with that, as you know, I have been away. So, cut me some slack there. There will be more reels content on developing the studio. It'll come, I promise. Now, let's hook right into this. I don't want to make this too long for you guys, but let's jump into round 16 before we touch on Origin. I know Origin. You know what? Nah. Let's talk Origin first. I always say leave Origin for last. Let's talk about it first. Got the win. I'm in the Origin jersey. It's not sports cap. Origin was incredible. Now, credit to New South Wales. Put up a pretty good fight in the first half. They were pretty dominant, but as soon as Queensland got rolling and scored that first try by Trent Leoro, which is just mind-blowing. I never thought in a million years that Trent Leoro would score a try, let alone a try for Origin. I know he's, I didn't ever think he would score an Origin try. He was fantastic for Queensland. First off the interchange. It was insane. As soon as we got momentum, Munster sent off with a HIA. And look, we held off. Maxi Plath, incredible. Slipping into that 5-8 roll while Munster was off. That was such a smart play from Billy. I just attribute everything. New South Wales, what went wrong? Everything. The only good player for you guys was Mark Nwanga-Nitawase. Marky Mark was incredible. Yep. Incredible. But that's all I got to say about New South Wales. Other than that, you don't get Origin. You don't understand the game. Laurie could be the worst New South Wales coach ever. But I feel like that's mean. He could just be the worst Origin coach, full stop. But that also does feel mean. Man of the match, Sam Walker, incredible performance. He just looks like he belongs on the Queensland stage. Tom Dearden won't be coming back into the Queensland side. He's not playing against Penrith this weekend, so he won't get an opportunity, I don't believe, to start in Origin. And nor should he, the way that Sam Walker is playing. I know next season will be very different now that we've had a taste of what Sam Walker can do, and we know what Tom Dearden can do. What happens next? Is Munster getting too old? Does that mean we see Tom Dearden shift to 6 and keep Sam Walker at 7? Something like that, potentially down the track. I'm not sure. It's a problem. It's a good problem to have, in all honesty. And Sam Walker, I must say, he was so good Origin 1, and I was almost thinking, second game syndrome, maybe you won't be. He was incredible. Didn't miss a conversion. Neither did Cleary, but Sam Walker, I think, had eight conversions that he made. Oh my gosh, he is just an absolute weapon on the Origin stage, and I'm so happy you got man of the match. I do think Ponga or Cobbo should have got man of the match, but nonetheless, he won me a bit of money. If you listen to us, I called him for man of the match, so happy days. Selwyn Cobbo, my God, has he been good for Queensland. Had a fantastic game 1 and an even better game 2. Scoring a hat-trick, by golly gosh, that was insane. that was awesome watching Selwyn Cobbo just dominate there. I really want to talk about one of his tries off the back of the scrum. It was so cool to watch, and I went home and straight away watched the match highlights and watched the KO mini that had come out straight away, and the footage of it is great, and you can tell it's an amazing play, but watching it happen live and in person could have been the most incredible play I've seen ever in person. Ponga feeds a scrum, absolutely dashes, bolts, like so quick to wrap around Sam Walker. Sam Walker passes the ball anticipating that Ponga's going to be there. That Ponga hasn't had tripped over, nothing, because he sees Nathan Cleary coming and charging up to jam on him. And that honestly was the right play, jamming up on Sam Walker so he couldn't get the pass off. But Sam Walker to be able to have the level head and trust that, yep, I just got to get this ball off. I'm not even going to look. I know Nathan Cleary's about to smash me. I'm not going to look. Pop the pass up. Ponga swoops around. Oh my gosh. It was a beautiful wrap. And then Cobbo through for the try. That was insane. Got me so excited. And it was magic. It genuinely was Origin magic. Yeah. I told you, Plath was insane. Origin 3 in Queensland. You love to see it. It's ours to win, and we ain't losing it. That's what I've got to say. It proves that if we have Ponga for all, Ponga doesn't get sent off in game 1, we win that. And that just proves that we are such a strong side and we can win by 20 points. And that us going 20-0 in game 1 in the first half isn't just a fluke. New South Wales and their fans, I think, are actually finally understanding that the Queensland spirit is something real. Because you go on paper and New South Wales aren't picking guys like Trent Leora or there's just so many names that you're going, no, they're not good enough to be there. They're probably not picking someone like Jojo Fafita. Like Jojo Fafita had an incredible game, absolutely tormented Toto when he scored that try. That was insane. I really want to shout out him. That just got me so excited. Bit disappointing that Robert Toya didn't get a try, but he was so strong all game defensively and offensively. So yeah, same with Cam Munster. But that was incredible in that. And you look at the paper, on paper, New South Wales have a much stronger team. I'm not going to deny that. But it's something in the heart. It's something from the Queenslanders that gets them going and do stuff like they did and absolutely dominate. So good. It was actually so incredible to watch, and I cried happy tears. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Origin Game 3. I won't be going to Suncorp. I didn't book tickets. They're all sold out. So unless you guys, the viewers, know someone who's got one and doesn't want to go or can somehow get me in, let me know. I'd love to be there. That's Origin. Go Queensland. Up. Just the Queensland spirit. It's so good. Let's go into round 16. Let's run through what teams played, who we had tipped, and some pointers from the game. So Knights, Dragons, Tigers, Finns, Titans, Penrith, Bulldogs, Manly, Warriors, Cowboys, Storm, Raiders, Roosters, Sharks. In that, I had the Knights tipped, the Dolphins tipped, Penrith tipped, Manly tipped, the Warriors tipped, Milk tipped, and the Roosters. I missed out on a lot of these. Just over 50% strike rate because there was a minor buy around, so we didn't get a game. So 4 out of 3. So I'm actually quite happy with that. No, I think I've got that wrong. Might be the other. Oh no, I got 4. So I had the Knights tip. They got the win over the Dragons. Knights got off very lucky here. Valentine Holmes just needed to slot a couple conversions, and the Dragons will win that. A couple easy conversions that he failed on. So we got that tip right. Thanks for us. Tigers versus Finns. I had the Dolphins picked. The Finns win. They're such a dominant side. And I think they're going to keep in that top 4. They're a really good side to battle with. And yeah, they're just so strong. So we got that tip right. So we're 2 for 2 at the moment. Titans versus Penrith. You would have heard me last week. I really wanted to pick the Titans, but I stuck with Penrith, even though it was a downgraded Penrith side due to a few being out because of Origin. But, I could not be happier to be wrong about this. I genuinely made me so happy to see Zane Harrison ice that field goal and beat Penrith. Like, I get it. Yeah, Penrith not full strength, but a Penrith not full strength side is still a full strength side to almost the 16 other teams in the comp. Like, it doesn't matter. But oh my gosh, the Titans, they got their revenge from last year when the trainer ran in front of Jaden Campbell. It's awesome. I could not be more happy about it. Bulldogs versus Manly. I had Manly tipped, so I got that tip wrong. And had the Titans tip wrong. Well, the Penrith tip wrong. So 2 for 1. We're now 2 for 4 here. Bulldogs, Manly. Jamal. You are not the Iceman. No Iceman activities for Jamal, which is unfortunate, but what he was somewhat like at the Raiders, and it pains me to say because I do love Jamal as a player. I think he's an extraordinary half. He is he's a solid halfback, and I only have good things to say about him other than he hasn't iced anything yet. He hasn't cracked that, and he might not ever be an Iceman, which is very, like, you get into situations like that. Two games that, well, the Titans, Penrith, Bulldogs, and Manly game, 1 point in it. Like, you need an Iceman for that, and Jamal just wasn't there. The Warriors versus Cowboys. The Warriors win that one. I get that tip right. Booyah. We're now 3 and 2 for the tips. Bang. The Wars are genuinely so good at the moment, even with a couple injuries now. And they look strong at home. I know they were playing, I think it was Auckland maybe. And they look so good still. And they're seriously a genuine chance. And they're just a good team. Storm versus Raiders, no comment. Storm win that. I get that tip wrong. This, I cried, not happy tears. That's all right, though. Roosters versus Sharks. Tip the Roosters. Got the win over the Sharks. Sharks getting 7 players back from Origin is huge. They dominated, and I think they got that win pretty easy, in all honesty. Like, it was like, not to sound rude, but yeah, I think it was a bit of an easy game. And yeah, that is what we had for round 16 of the NRL. 4 out of 7 is not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's talk about it. 3 wins difference between 16th and 6th on the ladder. Wow. The comp is still alive for the teams outside the top 8, unless you're the Dragons, of course. But obviously the Raiders in 16th at the moment, on the bottom of the ball, second last on the ladder. It hurts, but there is still a lot of chance, and I want to talk Raiders, and we're going to do it right now. This is Raiders talk. Look, the fall-off has been devastating. From minor premiers last season to second last on the ladder right now. Jamal might not be the Iceman, but he is a strong halfback, and he can control the game. He plays off the right foot, and it gave Ethan Strange the ability to unlock himself. And it allowed Ethan Strange to play his best footy on that left side, pairing up with guys like Hudson Young. He also unlocked Kyo Weeks. There's no doubt about that. And it's something that we haven't seen as much this season. We haven't seen what Weeks can do, not compared to what he did last season. Unfortunately, I think it's come down to Sanders being on the left foot, being on the left side, shifting Strange to the right side. It just caused a lot of shifting, and I think we thought that Strange would adapt to the right side better. I think we just thought everyone would adapt better than what they have. And yes, we have also been riddled with injuries, a couple of suspensions, which were very unfortunate. But we just haven't seen much this season. It's blocking Strange's and Weeks' potential, which is devastating here because I actually do like Sanders. I'd love to see Kobe Black get a run and play off his right foot and see what Ethan Strange can do back on the left side. It could be damaging and it could be a saving thing. We won't see that this week, unfortunately. It might not be unfortunate. Like Sanders, he's good, but I just want to see what Kobe Black is. But we want him to develop first. But I would like to say our saving grace. I know for a fact he is our saving grace. He's such a good player. He's back this week as we face the Dragons. Simi Sasangi. Oh, Simi Sasangi. He returns, and this is huge. He was the best centre in the comp until he got injured. Yep, I'm telling you, this season he was the best centre, and even when he was playing second row, probably the best second row in the game until he got injured. He is such a plus to have back, and we beat the Dragons this week. We then go into the bye. After our bye, we get the likes of Josh Papali'i back, Noel Martin, Matty Nicholson, Joe Roddy, and Dane Laurie. Dane Laurie is facing a one-match ban due to an incident that happened last year when he was at Penrith. Bit dog that we have to face that, but it is what it is. We've already seen Sticky make some changes to the side. Owen Paddy started last week, and Tommy Starling came off the bench. I thought that was really good, and I thought Owen Paddy was an incredible hooker and starting. He's got a really good kick out of dummy half and was really impressive. We know how much we love Owen Paddy here. Big Papa, he's a very experienced head. He was in that grand final in 2019. He's been in the finals. He's been in hardcore situations and come out on top. He's been in situations where he's lost that are hard, so he knows what to do now. And I think having a leveled, experienced head in that side, coming back to play after the bye, I think that's huge for us. Noel Martin, Matty Nicholson, Noel Martin, Matty Nicholson. I think they'll be huge to have back in that back row. They can also play the middles. They're so strong, so dominant, and they just love to run the ball hard. I'm real excited for them to come back. I think after the bye, we potentially see Dane Laurie shift into that lock position because he was quite good in that lock position a few weeks ago when Jaden Brayley was out for a concussion. And I don't hate that. I think Jaden Brayley gets dropped to potentially 18th man. Dane Laurie, he plays in the second. He plays that lock. It could be the shift that we need. And he's experienced as well. He's an experienced player as well. He's won a premiership, so I'd love to see him there. And let's just say the comeback is on. 10 games, we need 7 wins. Simple as that. We don't get 7 wins, we don't make the finals. I think we can win all 10. I'm just saying it. We win against the Dragons. It goes up from here. I would love to see Kobe back to get in the side. I don't know how we get him to the side, what that means. If we don't get him to the side, Sanders needs to step up. Simple as that. Simple as that. That's my Raiders rant, okay? That is my Raiders rant. Let's move on. Let us move on to round 17 tips. We'll run through who's playing and who are my tips and wrap up the podcast for the day. So we've got the Eels Bunnies tonight, Titans versus Dogs, Broncos versus Roosters, Dolphins versus Warriors, Cowboys versus Penrith. I'll take a step back. Dolphins versus Warriors. It's going to be the game of the week. 100% game of the round. They're both firing. We'll touch on it in a second. Cowboys, Penrith. Manly versus Storm. Another banging game going to happen there. The Knights versus Tigers. And the bye round is the Sharks. The bye versus the Sharks. I think the bye gets a win there, to be honest. But let's talk about Eels versus Bunnies. Mitch Moses, he's having his 250th game tonight. It does not feel like he's been in the NRL for more than 10 years. It does not feel like that. It feels like he's been all the last 5 years. He's been riddled with injuries and things like that, so he's probably been around. I can't even... Let's search up his debut. I should have done this before. When did Mitch Moses debut? In 2017. Jeez, he debuted... No, sorry. For the Parramatta, he debuted in 2017. He debuted in 2014, so 12 years ago. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah. Wow, so this is 13th year in the NRL. That's insane. That actually genuinely blows my mind. And he debuted in round 17 and in round of 2014 and round 17 of 2026. He's having his 250th game. Wow. Very cool and interesting stat for you guys there. But I also heard another interesting stat. He's never won a milestone game. Debut, lost it. 50th game, lost it. I think it was his 100th game, lost it. Debut for Parramatta, lost it. 150th, lost it. 200th, lost it. So it's not looking good if you're basing it off Mitch Moses' milestone track record. It's like 0-5, 0-6, including like debuts, like 0-5, something like that. Could be 0-7 or could be 1-6. But yeah, the Bunnies get the win there. They're such a good team at the moment, so strong. And I doubt that they lose. Also, note on the Bunnies, apparently they have asked that if the Broncos lose this game and have no chance of making finals, that they give Payne Haas an early release and get him to join South Sydney, effective immediately. Don't think that'll happen, but it's very interesting that that's been asked. Titans versus the Dogs. Titans get the win here. Zane Harris. They're going to be 3 on the trot. I want it more than, well, almost anything, but they're going to get the win here. Zane Harris and Jane Campbell, they're going to be incredible. They have been. Broncos versus Roosters. I don't see a world where the Broncos beat the Roosters. As much as I don't like both teams, I love a lot of the players in them, but I hate both teams. I'm picking the Roosters here just because they've got 7 Origin players that are absolutely insane. Dolphins versus Warriors. As I said, match of the week, or potentially that and the Manly Storm game. Dolphins get a win here. They're firing, and they've had Origin players out and whatever, but they get the win here. Easy. Cowboys versus Penrith. Penrith bounce back, get the win over the Cowboys. Cowboys are a bit lost at the moment. Manly versus Storm. I'm picking the Storm here. I wanted to pick Manly, but I just think the Storm, they're coming into shape now. They're coming and they're firing and they're in a really good form. Raiders versus Dragons. The Milk get the win here. No doubt about it. Bye-bye Dragons. Go have another loss. Knights versus Tigers. Knights easy win here. Bang. Done. Those are my tips for round 17. And yeah. Wow. I enjoyed that. It's a bit bigger podcast by myself. But guys, thank you very much for listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in the next episode of the Pulse Check. This is episode 76, and I hope you enjoyed.